Hello everybody, it's Joshino here, and today I'm going to be talking about the new player experience in Planetside 2, and specifically the cert system, and not at large, but just generally how the ability system works, and pertaining mainly to newer players. It's not going to be about weapons, and I will say that I made a bit of a mumble with what I said about the top 10 reasons to play Planetside 2 video, in that the game definitely isn't pay to win, and that was probably the wrong term to use. However, the only disadvantage you have in this game is, as a new player, not having all of your abilities certed up, and especially having your abilities on level 1, because they're usually much worse than level 3 or level 5. And whilst they have added these 1,000, I think it's 1,500 certs you get when you start off the game, I'll have to look back and see what exactly it is, but I mean, it lets you buy a lot of the abilities up to level 3 or level 4, it still leaves you in a bit of a disadvantage as a new player. Like, looking at it now, giving new players another disadvantage. It's just like tripping up a runner before the first hurdle, before they've even set off, because Planetside 2 is a hard enough game as a new player without being handicapped. So before the directive systems came out, I think the cert system was a way to show your progression in the game, and getting to battle rank 100 and leveling up all your skills was almost like having the old MMORPG or MMO skill set system. However, looking at it now, I do wonder whether the way it is now just disadvantages new players and maybe puts new players off from the game. And I was thinking about other ways to do it. One thing that I was thinking about, and that it does have its negatives, would be to give new players the basic, or well, not basic, but the default ability that they have unlocked anyway. Like on the light assault, it's the jump jets. On the heavy, I think it's now like mesh, and giving the player that fully certed. That every player has at least that skill fully certed. However, then we, instead of having like a small level up system, like little certs, having one big payment of 2,000 or whatever certs you need to pay for a level up in an ability, so that the game changes the ability system to be a lot like the weapon system, where you have this basic ability to fight on the same level as everybody. However, you have the option of waiting, grinding out, and unlocking an ability to give you versatility and to make you excel in certain situations. For example, the drifter jump jets excel when you're trying to drop C4 from a height, or the stalker cloak is really just fun to use. I don't know whether it has that much of a strategic purpose. I suppose sitting on cap points and things like that. And I think this has prompted me thinking about the certification for the Invisible Sundra, because I thought that's a lot of certs to pay into it. But then again, it is an ability that's outside of the norm. It's something that just adds to the experience. It doesn't make you better or worse, it's just different to the other abilities. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the implant system, but I usually do try to forget that that system exists. And that is just, I don't know even know what you do with the implant system to make it fairer, because it's almost impossible to charge your implants above level 1 all the time with the charges that get dropped. I mean, I can play for hours and only get the charges required for the level 1 implants. I just don't think that they're in the right place at the moment, but that's for another video and another discussion. So what does everyone else think? Does anyone else have a different idea of how the certification system might work? Or do people like the certification system as it is and think it is a good way to show your progression in the game and to get that feeling? Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Join the band and hit that subscribe button. Please do give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or give it a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy it, and please do put a comment in the comment section if you have any questions or anything to add to the discussion. Until next time everybody, Joshino.